Hey guys, welcome back to MYC Uncensored, or if you're new here, welcome. This is Satini, and today I'll continue answering a few of the things that you are too scared to ask in regards to feminine hygiene. So, as always, thank you to the young girls out there that send in their questions that they have for us. And I'm glad this is a safe space that you're able to trust us to share this information for you guys. So the first one that we have is it okay to have sex during my period? And the answer is yes. It is safe to have sex during your period, ensuring that both you and your partner are comfortable with doing it. Some people find it messy and prefer to wait until the period ends, but of course, it's up to you ensuring that there's both it's consensual and if you want to reduce the risk of sexually transmitted infections, STIs as they call it, and prevent messiness, then you can use a condom or other contraceptives. Next question is, what should I do if I accidentally leave a tampon in for too long? And I find that actually there was a few of you that sent that question in. So it's great that I'll be able to discuss it a little bit today. So, if you do forget to change your tampon for several hours or longer, and especially if you experience symptoms like a fever or rash or unusual discharge or a foul odor, then it could indicate toxic shock syndrome, or what they call as TSS, which is a rare but serious condition. If you can, then make sure to remove it immediately, and just be sure to probably seek medical attention just in case there was TSS. And as I did mention, it is rare, but just to ensure your health and safety, it would be best to consult with a medical professional. So there's that. Thank you. The next one is, can I use baby wipes or facial wipes to clean my vaginal area? Okay, so it is generally recommended to avoid using baby wipes or facial wipes in that area, because these products may contain ingredients that could disrupt your natural pH balance of the vagina, and it could cause irritation. But instead, like, if there's another option, which is the specially formulated gentle wipes that are designed for the intimate area. So if you have your hands on those, it's a lot more better. I understand there might be situations where you wanna freshen up, and it's the only thing you have. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it even if that was your only option. But of course, some of you might. So if you do, just ensuring like you don't have any symptoms, and as I'll constantly mention throughout this episode, is if you do have any symptoms like rash or itchiness, then be sure to consult a professional, a medical professional. Um, Okay, the next one is, what are the best ways to prevent ingrown hairs in the bikini area? So, ingrown hairs are very common in the bikini area, especially after shaving or waxing. There is a lot of advice and videos out there of people's shaving routines and stuff that you might want to consider watching. There is other options such as laser, but that can be quite expensive, and especially if you're a young person, you might not have that money or the access to be going to get laser treatment. So a few simple things that you can do yourself is exfoliating the area before the hair removal process, using a clean razor. Very, very important. And this is not like the razor that you keep in your bathroom, in your shower, that ends up rusting or whatever. Yeah, using a clean razor. I know a lot recommend that you get the specific feminine razors, but of course, whatever works for you and whatever you're able to get your hands on, you can use that. And like I said, there's professionals out there for waxing, lasering, which is an option. But then also, if you do shave, then making sure to moisturize the skin, because even down there, you should stay moisturized and avoid tight clothing after the hair removal, so your skin can breathe. Yeah, that's a really good one. There's so many like videos and tips out there. But I also do want to remind you guys that you don't have to remove any hair down there. It's completely up to you. Some people do, some people don't. But yeah, those are just some tips on the best ways to remove ingrown hairs in the bikini area. Okay, next one is, how do I know if I'm using the right menstrual products for my flow? And just the general answer to that is just experiment with different products, and whatever is suitable for you, then that would be the right one. There is no manual or guide on what's the best product for you to use during this time. Like there are different sizes of menstrual products. So like pads, like there's the super regular and then just the liners, as an example. So it just depends on your own flow as an individual and whatever you prefer comfort wise. But I would say that pads are suitable for lighter flows or overnight use, and then tampons and menstrual cups offer more freedom during activities and heavier flows. But yeah, like I said, there's so many options out there. If you want us to go into more detail, then we can definitely do an episode on that, because I think that's a really important one, because there are so many products out there, and I guess most of you might not be able to get your hands on other options. But like here at the Maryland Youth Centre, we do offer free feminine hygiene products. So if you ever do come here, we do have pads and tampons available for you to take for free. But yeah, so next one, what should I do if I accidentally get period blood on my clothing in public? Damn. Um, there's really nothing you can do. I mean, you might feel embarrassed or shocked, but accidents happen. You know, sometimes our periods, they just come unexpectedly. But I think maybe if you can, quickly blotting the stain with cold water and soap if available. If the stain is stubborn, then try using a stain remover pen. I know most of you probably aren't carrying that, but that is an option. Or just carrying a spare underwear and pants or clothing, or even like pads or tampons in your bags for emergencies would be a really good idea. But yeah, which also leads me to that question. Have any of you had that experience? Like, what, if you have, then what did you do in that situation, and how did you, yeah, how did you deal with that? Um, okay, next one. Is it normal to feel conscious about the appearance of my genital area? And I kind of briefly went over this in the other episode, but it is common to feel self-conscious about the appearance of your genital area. I think especially due to societal standards, and unrealistic media portrayals that you might feel like yours doesn't look a certain way and you want it to look this way and that way. But at the end of the day, it's just remembering that each body is unique, and there will obviously be variations in appearance that that is completely normal and natural. So I think if you are feeling that way, I think it's very important to focus on self acceptance and your personal comfort, like being comfortable in your body. There's really nothing that you can do to change it. So I think, yeah, having that self acceptance about your body and stuff is very, very important, because like I said, at the end of the day, you can't change it. It looks the way that it's meant to be, and just because yours might not look like someone else's or what you see out there doesn't mean that you're not normal. Okay? Um And we've got two more questions for the rest of this episode. And the next one is, how can I discreetly dispose of menstrual products in public restrooms? So of course, there's many designated bins that are in restrooms. For some reason, some don't, but yeah, just using those designated bins are important. Wrapping the products in toilet paper and making use of the disposable bins there. Sometimes people have disposable bags that are provided by some brands to minimize odor and ensure hygienic disposal. So if you do get your hands on those, or if you have them, that might be the only option. You might have to put it in your bag or carry it and put it in another bin, but it would be recommended that you would put it into the designated bins that it is there for. So, yeah. And the last one is, what should I do if I notice a change in the color or texture of my vaginal discharge? So, discharge is very, very normal. I know a lot of girls kind of get bothered by it. Some produce more than others, but it's important to know that there are changes in vaginal discharge colors or textures that can indicate certain things. So it could indicate an infection or hormonal changes. It could be an indication of your period is coming up, or that your period has finished. And remember that it's just cleansing out. It's just cleaning. It's just self cleansing. Your vagina is self cleansing, and that's the job of the discharge that's coming out. And but yeah, if you do notice a significant change, such as a strong odor or unusual color, like if it's green or gray, or there's a very like an increased amount of discharge, then that's when it's recommended to consult a healthcare provider for evaluation, and then they will give you the proper treatment. But yeah, that's basically it for today. Like I'm not sure if I mentioned in the other episode, but these are just some really brief episodes where I just cover a few of your questions pretty quickly. But if you do feel like you want more information or a topic that should have its own podcast episode, then be sure to let us know. We're more than happy. Remember, we're here to answer all your taboo questions, speak about those taboo things that some of us might not be able to talk about with a friend, or our mums, aunties, or you might be afraid to come to the youth center and ask someone. So yeah, as always, just be sure to let us know. We'll do whatever you guys want. And the main thing from this is, if you know yourself best, you know your body, and if you think that something is unusual, then go speak to a professional. They are the best people that will be able to help you with whatever you're dealing with health wise. But yeah, guys, thank you very much again to those that submitted their questions. Everything is in the links below, such as our social media handles, and there's also the platform Retro Spring that is anonymous. So if you do want to send in a question or topic without your identity, then be sure to do so through there. But yeah, take care, guys. Stay healthy. Look after your health. And I'll see you guys in another episode. Bye.